Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nabila. I'm from Accounting Study Program, Faculty of Economics, State University of Jakarta. For this occasion, I want to presentation about internship report at public accounting firm Herman, Dody, Tanumihardja and Partners, or we can call it KAP HDT. Chapter 1, Introduction. Background. The gap between expectation of study program for their graduates. Lack of practice carried out in lectures, and lack of learning to use applications that support becoming a professional accountant. The importance of internship is making graduates of accounting degrees become professional accountant and be able to compete globally. Purpose of this internship is practice knowledge and skill possess, practicing how apply audit procedures, improve news, knowledge and skills, improving good attitude and personality in the work environment. The benefit of the internship is able to manage site tasks with the knowledge and skill possess, able to implement audit procedure, able to increase new knowledge and skill, able to adapt attitudes and personality to the work environment. Place of internship, company name in public accounting firm Herman, Dody, Tanumihardja and Partners or KAP HDT, address the Beleza Office Tower, 15th Unit 2nd, the Jalan Lejen Supono, number 34, Jakarta, 12210. And email kap@hdt.co.id. Stage to an internship, preparation, practicum, practice, KAP screening, available in Jakarta, and then send application letter and CV via email. And the last is request letter or form from internship to BAK FE through the Sipermawa website. Implementation June 13, 2022 until November 30, 2022. Operational hours in 8:30 until 17:30 from Monday to Friday. Preparation of report. Writing reports start from early December to mid-January, and collection of data related to the need for report obtained during the implementation of report. Chapter 2, Overview of the Internship Firm. Company Profile, History of KAP HDT, Change of Ownership, Merger of 4 different KAP, Early Establishment, founded for the first time on August 11, 2003, Registered Business License with the Business License Number, which has been approved and registered on June 25, 2004. Vision Mission of KAP HDT. Vision to be a global-oriented public accounting firm which based on professionalism, independency, and high integrity, relying on highly qualified human resources and implementing business strategy as a success factor to achieve a profitable unit of business. The mission is to provide professional public accounting service with high legal standard, and two, to provide service with competent integrity and a communicative professional staff. Organizational culture. Employee work system is based on teamwork and top to bottom. And company member behavior is discipline and very good time management. How employee interact, good attitude, good ethical, mutual respect, and form of communication between superiors and subordinates is formal to top manager to senior auditor, and informal to senior auditor to junior auditor. Company values is like the vision is professional, independent, high integrity, and communicative. Distinguishing behavior patterns is a good time management and direct communication. KP HDT organizational structure. We can see this management partner, and then partner, and below is client relation officer division, and then IT division. The lead is senior manager, and tax division and audit division is leading of senior manager, and quality assurance division. And then the last is general division is leading of manager. And then we can tell you about business fields of KAP HDT is first, financial statement audit service, special audit service, attestation service, financial report review service, financial report compilation service, consulting service, and then the last is tax service. Chapter 3 is implementation of internship. Field work, the practitioner in audit division, do vouching, do stock opname, cash opname, prepare working paper, prepare working trial balance and draft audit, prepare subsequent account payable or account receivable, do confirmation, VAT reconciliation, prepare a list of asset and depreciation, or we can call it recapitulation of movement. And then the last is fill out e-form SPT for corporate. Work implementation, number 1 is do vouching. The first step is take 10% random sample of sales and expenses account with a material value, make a vouching list and submit it to the client. The client submits supporting documents such as purchase order, invoice, notes related to voucher data, checking each document according to the table in Excel, then scan or ask for photocopy of the document, and then give tick according to the vouching form. If data not appropriate, should ask it to the client. Next is stock opname. Teams are divided into 3 groups to get different warehouse or division. Get a list of inventory from the company system along with the amount. The result of the physical inventory count in the warehouse or division are matched again with the data in the company system. And then the difference between more or less that occurs is the responsibility of the warehouse team to the head office, and then the results are made into minutes and signed and agree with the warehouse team and the warehouse chairman. Next is cash opname. First of all, we can do ask for the company cash book or general ledger to find out the petty cash every month during one period of the company, and then calculate the petty cash after the reporting date and record the result of the inspection obtained on the minute of cash opname. And the last is subsequent receipt of this is to proof of transaction on petty cash that has been used during the period. The hanging bill obtained earlier was recorded in the total nominal amount on the cash opname report. Next is prepare working paper. The first is receiving worksheet along with lead schedule and supporting schedule format provided by senior auditor. Next, fill in the client name, period, and initial in the column prepared by review and approved by in the KKP or working paper, supporting schedule and lead schedule format provided by the senior auditor. Then fill in the supporting schedule table by inputting the data contained in the worksheet, and then create a lead schedule by covering the total amount of each column in the supporting schedule and pasting it into the lead schedule table. Next is working trial balance. We must prepare working trial balance. First of all, we can obtain soft copy document of financial position statement and income statement for 1 year of the company. And then we can create a WTB or working trial balance table containing account account no atau no account, description, per book, adjustment or reclassification, and the last is audited. Then fill the description table with the account name in the statement of financial position and income statement, and enter the nominal value directly into the per book table for debits and credits. Next, create a formula for the audited section using the per book table formula minus the adjusted or classification table. Then hand over the soft copy of WTB that has been made to the senior auditor. Next, draft audits. First, we must obtain document in the form of soft copies of audit draft for the previous period and documents in the form of soft copy of the client working trial balance in the audited period from the senior auditor. Then update the year in the title section and balance column in the format on the financial report sheet. Then fill the previous period balance on all sheet and give the formula according to the data obtained, namely the previous year's financial report document, and the sheet is linked directly to the financial report sheet so that it's filled and automatically. Next, fill in the balance of the audited period columns in the notes to the financial statement using the formula copied from the formulas in the previous period balance figures, so that the balance in the notes to the financial statement can be linked to the client working trial balance for the specified period. Audited. After that, make balance figures in the notes to the financial statement link automatically linked to the statement of financial position, income statement, statement of change in equity, and statement of cash flow. Next, we do subsequent payment. The subsequent payment for account payable. First, we do obtain documents related to account payable for 1 year from the client. Then check in the document whether the customer from the client has made full payment or some have not. In the inspection, it can be seen that customer from client who have not paid with the tax invoice have not been issued. Then creates a new document containing the preface accounts payable document, which is added with 3 additional lines specifically for the subsequent payment, which contains the payment date, bank name, value, which then the subsequent payment table document must be filled in by the client. Then send the subsequent payment document to the client to be filled in, and after that it's sent to team leader. Subsequent payment for account receivable. First, we must request revenue data for the last week of the client period closing and the first week of the client period, example, the last week of December and the first week of January, and then do the revenue cutoff to find out the client final balance, and then after making the cutoff, the practitioner then give the cut-off document to the senior auditor to be processed. 7 is confirmation of payables, receivable, and advance. First, take a random sample from the list of outstanding debts and receivable of clients by 10%. After that, ask for confirmation of payables and receivable as well as advance to the senior auditor. Change the name of the debtors and creditor on form as well as the nominal amount outstanding. After that, recheck the correctness of the content form and the KAP HDT and partner office address list, then submit form that has been provided to the client. The client will edit and provide the client's company letterhead and signed by the client and sent to the party concerned, or debtor or creditor. 5 or less, the debtor or creditor will reply to the debt or receivable or advance confirmation letter directly to KAP KAP HDT and partner. The result of this confirmation letter will be used for the next audit process. Next is the same like a capital confirmation. First, request a capital confirmation form to senior auditor, then obtain the client did recap document which contains the name of the owner or depositor of the company's capital complete with the nominal ownership, then complete form with the name of the capital depositor contained in the deed recap document in accordance with the nominal that the capital depositor has provided. And for to number 4 and number 5 is like confirmation before. 7C, case confirmation at the bank. Number 1, request confirmation form of bank account with the senior auditor. View the client bank account at cash and cash equivalent on the client financial statement. After that, ask details, account number per bank, account on the client. Complete the bank account confirmation form with the data that practitioner has. And for number 4 and number 5 is same like before confirmation. And then H is FAT reconciliation. First, we must to obtain general ledger per month in one company or client year from the team leader via email. Obtain hard copy of SPT FAT from the team leader. And then next, we can check whether there is a difference in the final amount of purchase and sales in the first month GL, for example, with the first month VAT return as well, and so on. If there is discrepancy between the final amount in the GL and in the SPT FAT or the differences, you must take one by one the company customer until the remaining customer don't enter GL. Furthermore, the remaining customers who are not in the GL or different are in the SPT FAT, the data will be taken and entered in GL sheet of the month. This is done every month for 1 year of the client period. When finished, practice sending back the client GL to be processed and reviewed evaluated by the team leader. Next, we have recapitulation of transfer of fixed asset. First, we must to obtain document listing all fixed asset according to group containing account name, date of acquisition price, percent rate, accumulated depreciation at the beginning of the year, and notation of accumulated depreciation every month for the year. Like this. Then do input opening balance data for the previous period, new sheet for the amount of each group of fixed asset. Then perform mutation calculation for the acquisition price for the addition and subtraction mutation columns obtained from the acquisition price column and adjust them for the current year's period. Let's sheet. As for the calculation of mutation for depreciation, for addition and subtraction mutation columns, obtained from the mutation table every month, the credit section, let's sheet. Then the sum in the ending balance column, but both for the acquisition price of fixed asset and the accumulated depreciation of fixed asset. And the last is inform the result of the work and send it to the auditor senior for in review. And the last is filling in e-form SPT for corporate. 1 is obtain a blank e-form from 1771, document listing asset and depreciation, and client financial report from the team leader. Second, then fill in the e-form special attachment 1A with data taken from the document list of asset and depreciation. Next, fill in the attachment 1 to 4 with data to 6 with data taken from the client financial statement. Finally, for filling in the main section, data is taken from the client financial report and also data that has been integrated from the attachment in the email form. Then submit the result of the work to the team leader for review and evaluated. We have obstacle encountered in internship is one. I have a lack of comprehensive understanding of audit procedure, and then the time for understanding the audit process is quite long, and I have a limited communication with senior auditors. How to overcome my obstacle in the internship is firstly I have to actively ask questions and ask to be involved in an audit process, ask and analyze difference in financial report from different industries, and the last is able to adjust the condition of senior auditors to invite discussion. I have gaps. I have known some gaps of knowledge and skill obtained by practitioner in the internship. First is application usage. Second is ethic or attitudes that adjust the place. And the last is better understanding when do practice. Contribution of practitioners to internship firm is assisting direct assignment to client, assisting the assignment work by the senior auditor, helping the audit process together with the team for working on one client outside the city, and then implementing standard operational procedure in force. Conclusion. The conclusion regarding the implementation of internship activities that the practitioners does provides a lot of new knowledge and skills to the practitioners part from the learning that is given and lectures as well, such as a practitioners have a disciplined attitude or personality, are careful in doing work, wear clothes that are appropriate to the work environment, are polite and friendly, can work together or teamwork, are responsibility, adaptable, and apply the ethic that accountant must apply while working. B. Practitioners practice audit procedure or processes, namely from the judgment process, planning, implementation to audit reporting. C. The practitioner maximize the practitioner's ability in carrying out assignment given by using the insight, abilities, and basic skill of accounting and its application. Conclusion. Next, the conclusion from the suitable between the theory that can be practiced in lectures and thus in internship, that is, A. Practitioners understand the ethic and attitude that must be practiced while working both in the office and when meeting with client. And practitioners understand the procedure and roles of an auditor in the audit process. And the last is practitioner understand in carrying out audit how to division of tasks in one audit team. Next recommendation. Following are some of suggestions that has practitioners give to parties related to the implementation of internship activities. First is to the Faculty of Economics. To be able to establish cooperation with government agency and non-government companies so that the internship implementation process can run well and in accordance with the target time. B. In order to be able to provide socialization, especially in preparation for internship, during the implementation of internship, and then completion of internship so that they are in line with the expected targets. And the last is to be able to provide training or workshop to students related to the practice of using application related to their specialization before doing internship. And then for KAP HDT is one, in order to give practitioners more opportunities to focus on one client or company to understand better related to the audit process, and then in order to be able to pay more attention to important documents related to work so that they are neatly arranged and placed in their place. So, thank you. Thanks for your attention. And this is Nabila from Accounting Study Program, Faculty of Economic, State University of Jakarta, presentation internship report.